As promised in the last video, here we do have the Apple Watch Ultra. I did want to check it out. My only real concern is that it's going to be a little too bulky, but we will see. I mean, damn, the packaging experience is pretty extravagant, I suppose. Look at all that, Jesus. Okay, I mean, it was like twice the price of this one. I think that's halfway because you can't choose not cellular. I don't personally need cellular on my watch because I pretty much always have my phone with me anyway. But yeah, here's the Apple Watch Ultra. We got it in black, unfortunately. I really wanted the natural titanium one, but apparently everyone wanted that one. I couldn't find it anywhere. Since I already compared the S7 to the S11, I don't think we're going to do that again. We're just going to compare the 11 to the Ultra. Oh my God. Okay. I don't think we need a scale for this. This is insane. Oh my God, that is a brick. I mean, it feels impressive. I'm not going to lie. Dude. Okay. That has to be like twice the weight, right? Handy dandy scale. Yeah, almost. This one was like 38 grams exactly. We'll weigh it again just to make sure. Yeah, 38. But I will admit it is quite beautiful. I love just the flat. Since this is 49 millimeter, I kind of doubt any of my wristbands will work with it, but sure. I also want to check out the one it came with anyway. I have never owned an Alpine loop. It does also have a bit of flexibility there. Oh wow, this one also comes with an Apple Watch charger. I'm going to try to not have a massive mess again for the entire review, so I'm going to try and tidy up the boxes and such before we move on. Okay, here they are. It is so obviously bigger. We don't really need to do much comparing here, but it's also so much thicker. I don't know how this loop works. Manual, I mean, that seems simple enough. I'm not sure I like the Alpine loops that much, first impressions wise. Oh, yeah, is this user error? That seems kind of hard to pull through. I mean, it's the Ultra Watch. You're supposed to be all like, yeah, boom, just, ow. I assume you can be a little rough with it. That's like the whole point. And then you just clip this in like that, right? Yeah, I mean, there we go. It is secure. This is just a phone on my wrist now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, once it's on, it feels pretty comfy. It's too tight, though. I don't like the Alpine loop, though, just like how it mechanically works, to be honest. It does look cool. It just is kind of a pain. I guess you get used to it eventually, but I don't know. I think I've just gotten too used to the solo bands. Everything else just feels too tight and They also have a new metal band for the Ultra Watch I really wanted to get as well. Again, wasn't available. I have to imagine that would add even more weight, but honestly, now that it's on my wrist and secure, I honestly don't notice the extra 30 grams or whatever. So its bulkiness and whatnot, meh. That might change with a band like this. If it works, I am curious. There's just no way though, right? I mean, I guess it could still click in, but there's going to be like a gap. Oh, it not only clicks into place, but it looks like it like just fits normally anyway. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the problem, actually, no, wait, that's kind of nice. I kind of like the extra weight for some reason. Oh man, I really don't want to be a Ultra Watch guy now. They're literally like twice as expensive, but we also get an extra button. Forgot what that even does right now. Maybe it's customizable. But yeah, we do got to set it up to check anything else out, so be right back. Hello, we're back. Not only is it set up, but it's been about 3 days. I have some updated thoughts. First of all, the thing I was most worried about, the bulkiness, has not been an issue at all. I find it actually quite comfortable. The Alpine loop as well, I've gotten used to very fast. I've been wearing this for those 3 days, to sleep, in the shower, to the gym. I just wanted to try it everywhere, so that's what I did. It's held up perfectly fine. Also dries out really fast. I usually don't take my watch into the shower. I probably won't in the future. I just don't really see the point. So those like 20 minutes will probably be when it charges, which is another thing. Oh my God, the battery life is insane. It does say, you know, it has like 2-day battery life or whatever. I've charged it for probably a grand total of maybe an hour and a half in those 3 days. We're still at 58% battery life. I almost never need to charge it. So that's really cool. I really love the idea of like a customizable shortcut button to something. I just don't know what I would actually use it for. Like when I'm on my normal watch face here, I have the workout button here. And then I just press play. I have all the other like relevant info I would look at my watch for, the time, the date, dive, flashlight. A lot of these probably would be more useful when it's a little harder to, you know, tap the screen, especially when you're underwater or something. Then yeah, just like clicking that. And with the shortcut button, I'm pretty sure you can do a lot. They give you some examples, toggle theater mode, ping my iPhone. Oh damn, wait, you can do that? I just don't even care where I leave this bad boy anymore because I know I can just ping it at any time and it'll tell me. Ah! It does startle me if it's like right next to me though. I'm not sure if I'm just too dumb to figure it out, but currently it seems like when I press this, it just takes me to the shortcut page And then from there, I can tap one of these things. Like, I don't know how to set one of these things to the actual button that just opens the shortcut page. It seems kind of pointless in that regard. In the watch app, we do have more options. I'm going to turn that off. I don't need that siren, I think. We have shortcut action, and then this is what's a shortcut. The question is, can I change these? Here in the shortcut app, we should be able to change what those are. Oh, Jesus, you can get custom with this. I never really looked at the shortcuts, to be honest. When the hell did they make this jiggly? What the hell? Control center might be interesting. Perform action on left light. I guess toggle, right? Oh, did you guys see that? It got a little darker in here and then I turned it back on. That was actually kind of sick. We must be able to chain this, right? Dude, imagine I can just boom and then my lights come on. That'd be actually pretty sick. Okay, I think I got it. So down here we have the actions, right? We're just going to type accessory because that's that. We click that and boom. Now we have them both in one shortcut. Toggle on right light. So I only have two lights. So this should do them both at the same time now. We're going to hit play and to test it out. Oh, that's pretty sick. Look at that. Wow. I assume most people who have the, Apple Watch have an iPhone, but like, I know there are some people that just want the watch without the iPhone, but unless there's some workaround, I imagine stuff like this is going to be pretty much impossible. We're back in the watch app now. We still have shortcuts set, but then what's a shortcut? Okay, that's not there. In the shortcuts app, it is there. It's the first one. Show on Apple Watch. There we go. I could have sworn oh, that was with the old one. There it is. Off his light in the watch app now. So I think we're all set up. That was quite cumbersome, but cool to know how to do it, I guess. Truth be told, I will probably change it to something else later, but as just a demo, something you guys can actually see because you can literally see it getting darker in here. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So yeah, we got a bit sidetracked there, but that's okay. I think it's pretty interesting, actually learning how to make shortcuts and set up things pretty customly. Series 11 obviously doesn't have the action button, so not much to talk about there. What do you mean 3? Oh, it's 3 o'clock exactly. That was ominous. I thought I was about to start counting down. I'm going to be totally honest. I have been struggling so hard these last 3 days to decide for myself if it's worth it because it is twice as expensive as the Series 11 and most of the features in the Ultra I just don't need. I'm not really an outdoorsy hiker person, I've never gone scuba diving in my life and I honestly have no plans to. It just seems kind of spooky. I always have my phone with me, so I don't need cellular on the watch. I guess it would give me the option to leave the phone at home, I suppose. The only scenario I think that would make sense is going for a run. I guess the more I think about it, the more it could be useful. As for screen brightness, that's kind of meh to me. It goes from 2000 to 3000 nits, which sounds like a big jump, but just because of how nits are, it's really not that big of a difference. As you can see here, it's not something I ever really compared directly like I'm doing now because they both definitely get bright enough, even when I'm using the flashlight here and just having a white screen blasting, it's really hard for me at least to tell a difference. I tried it with my room completely dark, with it bright, reducing ISO to basically nothing on my camera, so it's really, really dark. I do imagine outside indirect sunlight where the Apple Watch is meant to thrive, the extra brightness would help a bit there. For me, the Ultra 3 is objectively better than the S11 for 3 main reasons. The main one is the bigger battery. Number 2 is definitely the action button, especially now that I've learned to use it a bit more interestingly. Third, I kind of just like the flat screen. I mean, sure, the rounded is cool as well. I have no problem with it, obviously, but I don't know, something about flat is just kind of nice. The only real con for me is the price. It's definitely understandable if you think it's too thick, too heavy, too big in general. Though, since I have been wearing it for 3 days, I do want to go back to this one now and see if it just feels like nothing anymore because I've gotten so used to the extra bulk of this one. Yep. That definitely clicks into place. It really seems like most bands work with most watches, which is super cool. I mean, yes, I can immediately tell it's lighter by a pretty significant margin, but I never minded the extra weight. It kind of felt nice in a way. The Ultra feels so much cooler, man. I kind of want to keep it, but I also just really want the natural titanium one and not the black one. The only thing that kind of annoys me is that it does still have the same chip, the same storage, the same kind of everything as the S11. And I'm sure it's because it's good enough. I haven't really had any issues, so it's eh. Even so, I'm having a hard time justifying the fact it's twice as expensive when I don't need a lot of the Ultra features. Probably gonna still think about it, but this is where it ends for me for this video. I can't make up my mind. Goodbye.